So a few months ago, I was introducing the laser engraving. And let me just tell you, it's pretty dang cool. So I started playing with it, and a few months ago, I came out with a video called My Sales Have Skyrocketed. And since I've released that video, my sales have gone to the moon. So sit back, relax, and let me tell you all about the Monport Onyx 55-watt laser engraver. So I spent a lot of time really honing in on the marketing side. Not so much as Etsy yet, but as locally for sure. Take, for instance, this right here. So one of the bars my band plays at has something called Billy Bash every year, where they get a bunch of bands together in one day. Well, the owner has already asked me to do one beer tap for him, and this is gonna be number 2. I think they're gonna give this away, if I'm not mistaken. Or either that's gonna be a special beer on their tap, right at the bar in front of everybody. So what they did, they sent me the logo. I've dialed it in to the correct spot. I did that by using a piece of test wood. I test all my pieces before I send them on the final product. They wanted this filled in instead of a line. They want to be able to read it better. Fill that in, frame it out, and then we're gonna send it. So let's get our piece ready and into the machine. I just want to give a huge thank you to Monport for sponsoring this video. And to help you guys out, if you go to monportlaser.com and use the code Boondock20, you'll save an extra 20% of discount. Link's going to be in the description. Now let's get back to the video. And these here are just a few scrap pieces of wood that are the same height. I've used a few ceramic tiles just to help give me different variations on height. And we are going to place our piece right there and hit the frame button. Now I know this is pretty spot on actually where I want. I think we're going to move it up that way just a touch. And it looks like that's going to be perfect from where we want it. So we're going to hit the send button and engrave it. I found it way easier to do this in 2 passes to get the depth that I want. Then we're going to flip it over and do 2 passes on the other side as well. And just so you know, Boondockbuilds now has a Facebook and an Instagram, so be sure to follow us there. Also, I'm trying to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so if you will, please hit that like button, comment the word beer, and hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. And if you want to see how I went from this to this, then you're going to want to stick around. So if you're new here, normally I build projects every week. Projects like this candle holder made out of a 2x4, or this rock on sign made out of a fence picket, or my personal favorite, these guitar bookends made out of a 2x6. So if you like woodworking content, you are in the right place. Please hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out, and I'm trying to get to 10,000 before the end of the year. But I did want to do something different and make a video all about laser engraving. So let's get back to it. So to get this filled in look, I've seen a lot of people do a lot of different things. I've seen guys use masking tape over this, then laser engrave it, then they'll take spray paint and spray it in. I've seen guys come in, spray paint it and just sand it off after it's done. But I like to take a different approach, and that is with acrylic paint markers. The reason I like using the acrylic paint markers is because you get a variety of colors. You don't have to stick with just one like you would with spray paint. So I've got to turn this into the bar in the morning, so let's flip this over and get this colored in. And after I colored everything in, I lightly hit it with some 320 grit just to knock off any excess marker that made it outside of where we wanted it. Then I blew it off with some compressed air. And now all there's left to do is hit it with some finish. I'm gonna use shellac. Just to show you guys how much difference one small job like this can make, check this out. This is a text message from the manager Haley that I've been working with doing these engravings for, and she's passed my name along to the brewing company that distributes to a lot of businesses here locally. And that makes for a lot of laser work and a very big profit. And before we get out of here today, I just want to show you guys a few other things that I've laser engraved recently, maybe help inspire you a little bit. So I've recently turned Boondockbuilds into a painting and remodeling business as well. I bought this leather notebook and use it when I give customers quotes. I figured this would make me stand out a little bit, and it's a great conversation piece. You guys take a look at it and let me know what you think in the comments. So here's the very first beer tap I ever engraved for that company, and I think it turned out pretty great. I also recently got a new Bible, and I decided to laser engrave that as well. I feel like the thorns are a really nice touch. And the coolest one, in my opinion, is I had a coworker who wanted their name engraved on their firearm, and I was really happy I could make that happen for him. And there we have it, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. Be sure to check out monportlaser.com. Use code Boondock20 at checkout. Save yourself an extra 20%. Click right here if you want to check out my last video. See you guys next time on Boondockbuilds.